The battle of the high-profile economists. Harvard economists Kenneth Rogoff and Reinhart are accusing Princeton's Paul Krugman of, quote, spectacularly uncivil behavior. Rogoff and Reinhart say that Krugman made inaccurate allegations that they wouldn't share their data, backing up their study linking high debt levels with slow economic growth. Krugman, of course, has a bully pulpit that's very unusual for most economists. He's a columnist at the New York Times. Krugman's not backing down. I didn't think he would. He responded to Rogoff and Reinhart saying they have some explaining to do. I love when the economists, the academic economists especially, start to brawl like this out in the public over fundamental economic issues.
When was the last time you saw a bun fight in the ivory tower become front page news? It's amazing.
It's front page news not just because of the personalities and the high profile nature, the celebrity
because of the fundamental
economists,
issues, right?
But because of the issues and because of the policy implications that they have right now to cut debt or not to cut debt. Reinhart and Rogoff are receiving a lot of heat right now because their study was called out in an academic paper by University of Massachusetts, putting the whole austerity question up there.
But here's the thing. The argument that Reinhart and Rogoff made was used as a philosophical underpinning, at the very least, right, for some of the pro-austerity policies. But as they themselves point out in that right post to Paul Krugman, he has misunderstood their policy position. They haven't necessarily been advocating austerity measures. They just make the argument that certain things happen when you have, a debt-to-GDP ratio of 90% or more. And
I think also what they're responding to is the style of Paul Krugman. Remember, he's been called out before for some of his aggressive measures, his attack.
It's a very personal
and
attack.
He says he's trying to bring public awareness to these important issues. He will defend himself in that way. But just the latest. I think people are more focused, actually, this time on some of the jabs and the swipes than the actual
Less on the substance.
Less on the substance. Whatever brings economics to the mainstream is what I say.